This is a quick video recording of how to use the present perfect simple. The present perfect simple is a little bit complicated because we use it very closely for very similar reasons to the past simple. So, the present perfect simple is used first and foremost for actions that happened in the past but without a reference to time. So that is without a reference to the time in which it occurred. So that is in contrast or different to the past simple where there is a reference to time. So for example, we have studied the present perfect once before. I don't know when, but it has happened at some time in the past. We also use the present perfect simple for actions that have happened multiple times in the past. So the same thing that's happened many times before in the past. So I have taught this subject quite a few times in the past. Next, we used it for actions that have occurred in the past but have a present effect. We have studied the present perfect for a few weeks, so we are ready for the exam now. Okay? It has a present effect now. We are ready for the exam now. We then use the present perfect for actions that have just occurred in the recent past. We have just finished studying the present perfect. And lastly, we sometimes use it for actions that have started in the past but have continued until the present. This is usually for stative verbs, again, verbs that don't have an action, again, feelings, measurements, and desires, or verbs or actions that are completed, or where the emphasis is on the completion, and not really for things that are still in progress. So, an example of that is most of the students say that they have known this material for years. So, to know something is not an action. When you know something, it's in your mind. It doesn't include an action. So the form of the perfect simple tense is subject plus either have or has, based on whether you're talking about he, she, it, or we or them, what the subject is, plus your verb 3 form, plus the rest of your sentence. So, I have studied English. Your negative form is subject plus have or has, but you're going to stick not in between the have and the has and your verb 3, plus the rest of your sentence. I have not studied English. Then you have your yes or no question where you flip the subject and the have or has. So you have or has plus your subject, your verb 3, and the rest of the question. Have you ever studied English? And then your WH question. WH word, who, what, when, where. Have, has, plus your subject, plus your verb 3, plus the rest of the question. So it's a yes or no question, plus adding the WH word at the beginning. Why have you studied English? Then, as before, has goes with he, she, and it, including kvutzot, groups, categorized as it. And have goes with I, you, they, and we. There are, of course, helpful time expressions you can go through. Very commonly you'll see yet, and already, and just. And that is the present perfect simple. No reference to time, multiple times in the past, present effect, recently occurred, continues to the present, oftentimes with stative verbs or tasks that have ended, and that is the present perfect simple.